Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is LancelotGeorgeBeauty. Of course, feel free to call me Lance. I am so pumped and hyped for this video because this makeup tutorial is featuring makeup that I've never used on my channel before. Guys, I am super excited because I want to show you guys how these products performed on my skin. Trust me, I was quite surprised by a lot of these products, whether they're from the drugstore or they're from a high-end brand. I am like really surprised. But anyway, we're gonna get straight up into this video. Of course, we have no time to waste. Go ahead. If you are new and this is the first time you're joining, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you are a returning subscriber, I am so glad that you guys are still here rocking with me. But go ahead and turn on your post notification bell, guys, please, because you need to be viewing these videos. Come on. You know what to do. You know the do, so do the do. Of course, go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and turn on your post notification bell so you are aware of every time I upload a new video. And of course, feel free to go ahead and follow my social media at LancelotGeorgeBeauty on Instagram, TikTok, and also on Facebook. I'm not really active on Facebook that much, but yes, you can catch me over at Instagram and on TikTok. So we're gonna get straight up into this video. It's going to be a voice over because, you know, sometimes I have a little bit of trouble with the noise, but hey, I am so glad you're here and I hope that you enjoy this one. And of course, I'll see you in the next one coming up. Enjoy. First things first, we're starting off by priming the skin. I'm using the Benefit, the Porefessional Matte Rescue Primer. This primer is amazing. I love it. It is super matte. So for your oily girls, I'm telling you, you need to get this one. Now I'm prepping the brows. I'm using the Duo Lash Glue to do this. It's the first time I'm trying this technique. So I was a bit, you know, cautious while doing this. I don't know. It's different, I must say. It did make the brows look nice though, but like just going in and like putting over the glue, it was like, but just taking a spoolie there to brush up the brow hairs. And when I tell you like this thing is tacky, it is tacky. I'm wondering if I should try the Brow Freeze from Anastasia or try, I see a lot of people use the Got To Be gel. Maybe I should try that. I normally go in with like mascara though over the brows. But yeah. Now I'm taking, what's that? The Glossier Brow Flick, and that is in black. This is like a brow pen. So I thought this was cool. I saw it and I was like, I need to use this. I've never used it before. So I just went in and I'm just going with a light hand because I've never ever tried a brow pen before. So everything I'm really taking my time. I know this part of the video is probably sped up, but I'm just going in with like brow, like light little strokes to create brow hairs. So I'm just following the shape of my brows and I'm just filling in any area that may be sparse. As you know, the issue with my brows recently. So yes, I thought this was perfect. It would just mimic like hairs. So that's what I was hoping to achieve, which the brows did not actually turn out that bad. Now looking back, yeah, so I'm just filling in anywhere that may have any gaps. The color was perfect. I thought it would have been too dark when I tried it on my hand, but going into the brows, and I've always liked a darker brow or a dark brow. If you don't like a dark brow and like you use a pencil that is too dark, then you can definitely go in with some of your pressed powder or some translucent powder over your brows when you're done, and that should kind of tone down the look of the brows and not make them look as harsh. But I prefer a dark brow because my hairs are pretty dark and my brows are full, as you guys know. So I, you know, can get away with it. Yeah, so I'm just making sure that the brows look symmetrical. You know, I'm always running into trouble with my brows because but here I'm just trying to make sure, yes, they're symmetrical and that the shape is up to standard, you know, they look nice. So just filling in the front And yeah, I'm just using my fingers to blend out anything that may be, again, too harsh. And yeah, that's how I use the brow pen. If you know of a different way to use a brow pen or a better way, of course, go ahead and comment down below. Now we're moving into foundation. As you know, I've always done eyes first, but lately I've been doing skin first. This foundation is the Milani Screen Queen foundation in the shade Warm Mahogany. It is way too dark for my skin. So you know what I did? I said, you know what, I'm gonna go around with the parameters of my face where I normally contour, and I'm taking my Morphe brush to do that. Seeing that it is too dark, I went over with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I've never used this Camo Concealer before. I've never used this. Like, guys, this concealer is amazing. You guys have been gatekeeping this concealer from me. Like, I love it. So what I'm doing there is just going into the areas where I normally highlight, and I'm blending that concealer in. And yeah, it is like this. It's the matte one. But when I tell you, I didn't get increasing, and it just blended flawlessly. It blended better than some of the high-end mascara, not mascara, the high-end concealers that I have. Like, it is amazing. So I'm just going on the neck, I'm going in the center of my face, and of course I'm buffing it over the Milani Screen Queen. The Milani Screen Queen, I must say, it is an amazing foundation. The formula is great, and when I tell you that it blends nicely, it's just that it's too dark. I would definitely go and get a shade for myself in that. Now I'm taking the MAC 24 Hour Studio Fix concealer. This is an NC20, and damn, she is light. Oh, when I tell you she's light, but hey, I had it and I wanted to try it. And I don't mind a little bit of pop of color or a pop of brightness underneath the eyes. I don't mind at all, but she was way too light, honey. So I had to go over that, and you'll see where I go over that when I try to blend it out. Taking a little bit on my neck. I don't know why I did that. I really don't know why I put some on my neck. My goodness. Look at that. But it feels good. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It is super blendable. As you can see, I'm taking like a little Japanese brush that I have that I normally use to like blend out concealer for my eye base. Yeah, so I decided to use that because I didn't want to get this all over the inner parts. I just wanted to brighten up the inner parts of my face. I didn't want to bring it out too much because then that would just be too much. So yeah, noticing that it is too light, I am taking the same e.l.f. color. I'm taking the same e.l.f. Camo Concealer, guys. I can't talk. And I'm just going over that. I'm just going to mix the two and blend it out. So yeah. Now I'm taking, that's the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and that is in Cocoa or Rich Cocoa. I'm going around the parameters of my face. I'm going to blend out my contour first. And this is a beautiful shade, by the way. It is beautiful. Has a little bit of red, which I don't mind, but it still give you that coolness. It's not too red where it's like, ugh, too much, but it's a nice hint of red, and when it just add that bronzy, you know, sun-kissed look to the skin, but at the same time, it is still cool enough to contour and dark enough to contour the outer parts of the face. Now I'm just blending out the inner parts of the face where I highlighted with the MAC concealer and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Yeah, these blended perfectly together. Like, the formulas worked perfectly together. When one is more, the e.l.f. is more full coverage, while the MAC 24 Hour Concealer, it's not as full coverage, or it's not as thick as, because the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, it is a little bit thick, but it blends really nicely. It doesn't look cakey or anything when you blend. The MAC, you do get the coverage, but it is lighter. The formula, it is very much on the lighter side, but you still do get the coverage, as you can see, and it is hella brightening, okay? So I'm just going in and blending all of that out. I know it looks a bit dramatic, but hey, makeup kind of looks crazy before it all comes together. So we have to remember that. So blend, blend, blend. If you have any doubts at all, I always say go ahead and blend, 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 all right? So that way though. Now, I'm using the Morphe. It's a Morphe foundation brush. I don't remember the number right now. I always use it, so you guys should know. I should know, but hey, that's fine. Yes, and I'm just going down the bridge of my nose with the concealer there, and to, you know, to contour and darken up the area and pull things in. I'm just going back over the area that I contoured. I felt like I lost some of the pigment, so I'm just going back over my cheekbone area, and then now I'm going down the nose and blending it up into the brows. Always blend up your contour. When you contour your nose, always blend that color up into the brows, okay? It just looks more natural. Yeah, it doesn't look off like it's just two stripes. It looks like, you know, it blends nicely. It looks like that's how your skin is. That's how your nose is, you know? Right, so always, always, always try to do that. And remember, blending, blending. All you can see right now, I'm just blending. I'm just trying to get things blended and situated. So, yeah. And I'm going over everything with my foundation brush. I always do that. Go over everything with your foundation brush. If you see anything that is any lines of demarcation, you just go over with your foundation brush. Go over with your foundation brush. Or you can always go ahead and add a little bit more foundation to your foundation brush and just blend. Just dab, 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 and blend. Blend for your life. Now I'm going to set the highlighted areas where I place the light concealers, such as the inner parts, the under eye, the forehead, and the middle of the nose, or the bridge of the nose. I'm going in with that e.l.f. Camo powder. It is in the shade medium 35. Medium 355, not medium 35, medium 355. And I'm just using that small blush brush from e.l.f. A lot of e.l.f. stuff today. And I'm just pressing that underneath the eyes. Now I'm taking that Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer, and I'm just pressing that over the areas that I contoured. Of course, blending some down the bridge of the, well, blending some down the sides of the nose. And just making sure that I have enough and making sure that it is blended and it doesn't look too harsh. I'm using like a little fluffy, that powder brush there that I use for like my bronzers. I just use it down my nose. I didn't want to take another brush. But anyways, we're going in now with the all over powder for my face. I just picked this one up. It's the first time I'm trying it. The L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation Powder. And I'm using this. I love a foundation powder, you know. I love a foundation powder to like set everything. It just adds so much coverage. And when I tell you that, I'm so surprised that this powder, it is so flawless. People have always talked, and I was like, what's the hype? I know L'Oreal products are good, but damn, this product is amazing. This powder is like, you could just wear this on its own. You could just wear this powder on its own. Like, I am in love. Like, this is the first time I'm trying it. And when I tell you flawless and smooth, there are no, like, no pores. But hey, we're moving on to eyes. I'm basing the eyes with the MAC 24-hour Studio Fix Concealer. Yes, it is super light. And I'm happy because that means the shadows will show up, you know, nicely on the lids. So I'm just blending that out with my little Japanese brush. And I'm blending all the way up to the brow bone. I'm just blending that out. I'm just, you know, taking my time as I get closer to the brow hairs because I don't want to mess things up. Of course, if I do, I'll just go back in with my brow pen. But you want to take your time around the hairs. So always use a tiny brush to blend this out you know, especially if you're a beginner. I mean, you can use your foundation brush, you can use whatever blending brush you want to use to blend out your concealer or blend out your eyeshadow base, but please use a small enough brush where you can, you know, get into the nooks and the crannies. And now I'm taking like that same brush that I used to blend out the concealer underneath the eyes. That's an old brush from BH Cosmetics. I don't know if they have that brush anymore, but I'm just using that to make sure that everything, like no creasing, everything is blended. You know, things are seamless again on the eyelids. So just blending, blending, blending. But when I tell you this concealer from MAC is amazing, it is. It's really nice. I would definitely go back and get like a light, not a lighter shade, but a shade that is like maybe two shades lighter than my complexion for highlighting. This one is very light. That I can use if I just want to, you know, pop the under eyes. But yeah, it's a nice, very, very nice concealer. It's not heavy, as I told you, and just, it's a vine. And I'm setting that base with a little bit of the e.l.f. Camo powder. You know, we have to set that because we don't want anything to crease while we're applying the eyeshadows. Now I'm going in with the Sephora palette. This is a warm palette from Sephora. There you go, you can see the colors. It's the I Love palette. It has nice warm tone browns. It doesn't have a lot of, but I mean, this palette would be all you need to get away with any look. You can achieve any look, any neutral, warm, brown, smoky look with this eyeshadow palette. And it's sleek. I like that it's sleek. It's compact. So you can just throw it in your purse or throw it in your, you know, travel makeup kit and you're good to go. So I'm just taking some of that brown shadow and I'm buffing that onto the outer parts of the eyes. And I'm bringing it into the crease. I'm taking that fluffy Japanese brush to do that. And then, I didn't realize how pigmented this shadow was. It was, when I was using it, I was like, wow, these shadows are actually pigmented. But hey, it's Sephora. And a lot of people sleep on the Sephora brand, but I'm telling you, Sephora has amazing, the Sephora collection, amazing, amazing products. Yeah, so I'm just blending everything right there. And now I'm going in with a shimmer over the eyes, like a purple shimmer or a deep brown shimmer. It wasn't working out with the brush, so I would decide to go in with my fingers, which is perfect for the shimmer, and I just pressed it on. Very, very nice. It pressed nicely over the matte shadows right there. And then now I am going into like a gold shimmer, and I'm taking that little brush to make sure that where I'm placing the gold is pretty much, you know, precise. I didn't want it to, I wanted a specific shape, like a moon, like a crescent moon shape. And I just wanted that bright pop of gold in the inner corner, you know, to brighten things up. I'm taking that, I think that is that's an eye pencil from ColourPop. I think it's like a yellow, but it was not, I was so disappointed that it's broken. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I've never tried any of ColourPop products, but you know, and that's why I was like super excited to try this one, and it didn't work out. So anyways, I decided just to go underneath the lash line with the same shadows that I used on top of the lids. That's the brown, the deeper brown, and I'm just taking it on that small Morphe brush. It's a small, fluffy brush. It doesn't have a name, so I can't tell you. I got it in a little set, and I'm just using that little tiny fluffy brush to just blend out the shadows underneath the eyes, you know, just to add a little bit of drama. I don't know what I was looking for there, but and then now I'm just taking some of that gold and I am feathering that into the browns that I use underneath the eyes, and of course touching up the top of the lid too. And now I'm just applying these lashes. I've never tried these ones. These Ardell lashes are the textured ones. I've never tried. I've always gone for the Demi Wispies. I love those. I've never tried these ones. They do resemble the Demi Wispies a little bit. They're just slightly more textured. So they have a little bit more fluff to them. And there I go, just fixing the lash and making sure that they're on, because trust me, sometimes you think the lash is on, it's not. Now I'm going in with that e.l.f. mascara. This e.l.f. mascara though, I don't know. I was like, what is going on? I mean, the wand is big. I don't mind a big wand, but if the wand is going to be big, please perform. Please perform. It should volumize and, you know, add length. I did see the length, but I didn't see the volume, you know, and it runs. So this e.l.f. Lash It Out Loud mascara, I may not use it again, but hey, I still have it in my collection. So if by chance I run out of mascara, I can use it. But yeah. Now the eyes are complete. I did the other eye off camera. And now I'm just baking with the Morphe Bake and Set powder. Yeah, I'm just getting up right into the sides of the nose and underneath the eyes. Yes, it looks like a lot of powder, but it's not. Trust me, it's not. And hey, I have to powder down because I am oily. I don't know about you, but for me, I have to powder. I have to powder. Powder is my security and safety net when it comes to makeup. Powder is my best friend, okay? If there is any day I feel like I can get away with not powdering the skin, I'm fooling myself. But just powdering everywhere that I highlighted, you know, just to add a little bit of brightness. Of course, we always want our skin to look bright and popping and glowing. You know, brightness equals youthfulness. It makes the skin look youthful. And of course, you have to take care of your skin, guys. It doesn't matter. No amounts of makeup will fix bad skin. You have to take care of your skin. My skin is not perfect, but you know, our skin is always changing. It's always working itself. It's always at work. So we have to give it some love. We have to show it some love. We have to take care of our skin. So we have to keep up with our skincare. Beautiful skin equals flawless makeup as well. So yeah, I'm now just cleaning up the sides. Yeah, I'm getting away with this. I'm cleaning up under the cheek area there, just, you know, sharpening up that contour and clean up the beard area. You know, I like to do this because it gives a more clean and precise look to the makeup application. Now I'm taking my blush. It's time for blush. This blush is from MAC. I've never really tried any of their blushes. This is the first one that I'm going to try. It is in Gingerly. It is very sheer though. It didn't pack that amount of color that I thought it would, but it's okay. I mean, I think in all honesty, it's an old formula, but yeah, but I would have loved if, you know, it packed a little bit more color. But anyways, it's not that bad. So, you know, we'll move on. So now I'm just, you know, taking away all that powder using a fluffy powder brush that I used to bake. I'm just pressing that into the skin. I'm not really dusting it away. I'm like pressing it into the skin. And I'm using a fluffy Japanese powder brush to do that. You know, I always use this brush for, you know, my face powders and stuff. Yeah, so I'm just taking that and pressing that into the skin. Now I am going back over the contour areas with that same Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer. And I'm just, you know, redefining the nose and the contoured areas of my face just to make sure that things look good. Now I'm using that same gold shade that I used in the inner corner for my highlight. I didn't have a highlighter, so I just decided to go in with that, which is perfectly fine. It, you know, came together with the look and also matched up with the inner corner highlight, so it was okay. And by all right, I should mention that it was really, really, really nice. It looked really great. I don't know how it is showing up on camera, but when I tell you it was one of the most beautiful glows, it was one of the most beautiful glows. And for an eyeshadow, it blended in so nicely. Taking a bit down my nose, you know, and I'm using my finger right there to add a little bit more. You know, give you that little pop button nose kind of look. So, and I'm going over the lips with that as well, just to add that little shine. And now I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill lip liner that is in Cupcake. I've never used any of Jaclyn Hill's products, and when I tell you, she's one of my favorite YouTubers. I watched her religiously when she just started out. I still do watch her right now currently, but yeah. This pencil, it's, as you can see, it's very pink. I am not a pink liner person. Like, I don't really wear a lot of pinks. I will, but I like pink lips. I unless it's a gloss. But I figured that when I go over with the gloss, it would just give you that nice, you know, that nice, you know, doll-like pink that you always see on like Barbies. Like, they have this nice doll-like pink lip. Yeah. So I decided to go in with that is a Too Faced lip injection. Yeah, has a little bit of a scent, like a little bit of like a light fruity strawberry scent. And I'm just going all over the lips with that. This is supposed to help to plump the lips and make them look juicy and full. It's the first time I'm trying like a lip plumper, first ever time. And when I tell you, it's so good. This lip plumper is so good. It's so good. It does. I was waiting there, you know, I was just going in with it until it started tingling, okay? And then I realized that this, baby, you don't play with this. But it just tingles like for a minute or two. And after that, your lips are looking so juicy and full and just nice. But hey, this is the completed look. All the products that I use will be listed down in the description box below. Stay beautiful, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.